Well, according to the American Cancer Society, the chance of a woman having invasive breast cancer during her life is about 1 in 8.
If your life has been touched by the disease like ours, you know how devastating the diagnosis can be. What's promising is more and more people are beating breast cancer. Project Pink serves survivors locally.
Yeah, Cynthia Sturgeon is the organization's founder and president. Good to see you, Cynthia.
Nice
Good
to
to
be
be
back.
here. Thank you.
Yeah, you got a lot of new stuff going on. Before we get to the new stuff, talk about explain why an organization like this is needed.
Wow, well, we really soul searched for that question when we formed officially. And there's a gap, we feel like, and what our experience has told us in research is there's a gap in the needs for focusing on survivors and their quality of life. And so we want to help fill that gap. It's kind of the question of, what now? You know, you go through treatment, you're at doctor's appointments, you're fighting the good fight, right? But then you have that when you're done, you're like, okay, what do I do now?
Right.
And so we really focus on the point of diagnosis to the end of life, and we try to help with those quality of life issues in the Nebraska and Iowa community.
And right now, you are taking applications for something special and something new that you've launched. Tell us about the retreat.
We are so excited. We've taken a big leap this year with lots of help, but we want to, one of the questions, going back to the question, what now, right? We want to, it's great when you're fighting and then you're surviving, but there is a whole different aspect to thriving. So we have a new retreat that focuses just on that, about becoming bold and beautiful and brave, and to help turn that to a new chapter, and you get to write that chapter in your life. So.
Yeah, how does this help survivors? I mean, what type of feedback have you received from survivors on it?
From survivors,
Yeah.
about 91% of breast cancer survivors deal with ongoing issues after treatment, and a lot of those aren't talked about, and it's uncomfortable.
Like what?
Well, we have issues related to quality of life issues, related to physical fitness. Their body changes, obviously, in multiple ways.
Yeah.
Their emotional health is a big barrier sometimes for multiple reasons. And just learning how to live, because you look at life differently. Whether you want to admit, for most of us, life changes. It's not going to be the way that it was, what we call BC, before cancer, right? So learning how to deal and define that new norm is really what this retreat is about. And 91% of breast cancer survivors have difficulty with those types of issues.
Wow.
Who would you encourage to apply for the retreat?
We encourage people, breast cancer survivors in Iowa and Nebraska, to apply that can dedicate the 2.5 days that are 1 year post-diagnosis. Now, we do get questions, well, what if I'm stage 4 and I've been diagnosed or multiple times or whatever? Those, absolutely, those people, those survivors are welcome. And it's at that point in time we feel that they are ready, statistics prove they're ready to be open to this type of looking beyond their treatment.
This is all after treatment has been completed?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll show you some information here in a second about the deadline and how to apply. You have space for about 16
We do.
survivors. What happens? I imagine more than 16 people will apply.
There will be more than 16 people apply. That's really already happened, and it's a fantastic, it proves out our research. And so it is a lottery, so that it's completely fair. There is no discrimination, and what we will do is be waitlisted, because we plan to do 3 to 4 next year. So
Will there be a cost to participants, or do you cover it all?
we cover it all. We have such an incredible amount, and we want to thank the community on their support, and so we're able to fund this with no cost to the survivor.
Yeah, so you're reaching out to survivors to submit those applications,
Yes.
but also the community. What kind of support are you asking from the community?
Well, we have launched a program as well with this retreat, is that you can actually sponsor a survivor, whether you're a business or whether you're an individual. You can actually, there is a sponsorship program that you can sponsor a survivor to go through it, or you can help with any and all part of the retreat as well. So we have varying sponsorship levels, and please, if you're interested, feel free to reach out to us and ask, and we will go through all of those.
Learn more about the application process online. You can also learn more about Project Pink at this website. It's very informative. It's just projectpink with a D, .org. The application deadline is coming up, and that's why we wanted to have Cynthia here today to talk about it, even though the retreat isn't until April the 25th through the 27th. The deadline is February 23rd. So if this is you, or if this is someone you know who's been diagnosed and fits those parameters that Cynthia described a moment ago, please apply. This is so special, brand new, and thanks for coming on to tell us about it.
Thanks for
Great to see you,
having us.
Cynthia.
Great to see you guys. Thanks.
Pink for
Yep.
you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Great.
You
Love it.
All right.